Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a repetitive slash just building mandala flow, which if you've never done one of my mandala flows, it's where you move all the way around the mat. It really gets you moving, kind of challenges your brain a little bit, and I love them, and so that's why we're doing another one. So let's go ahead and get started. We're just going to start by taking a seat at the front of our mat. Option to take a block and sit up on a block. If you prefer to start that way, brings your hips a little higher, allows your knees to fly, to fall out a little easier by putting your pelvis at a little bit of an anterior tilt. Wherever you are, float your eyes closed, reach the crown of your head up towards the sky, lengthening your spine. And start to arrive at your mat. Lengthening your inhales and your exhales. Feeling your lungs expand all four directions as you inhale, and then collapsing down, feeling everything contract in belly button to spine as you exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, palms come to touch. Exhale, hands down in front of your heart. If setting an intention is part of your practice, take this time to set your intention for your practice today. Take one more big inhale, and then open your mouth, sigh it out. Float your eyes open, come off of your block, or come off of your seat and come over on your hands and knees. Remove your block if you are sitting on one, and come to tabletop position, spreading fingertips wide, wrists stacked under shoulders, knees stacked under hips. We're going to work through a little bit of cat and cow. Inhale, lift your gaze, lift your tail, drop your belly. Exhale, round your spine, eyes to your thighs, belly button to spine. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat, round the spine. Push your shoulder blades away from each other, round from the middle of your back. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more times on your own breath. And after your third round, come to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes, send your hips high, downward facing dog. First down dog of your practice. Go ahead and pedal through your feet if you like. Pressing one heel down and then the other. Come up on your tippy toes, drop your heels over to the right side of your mat, stretching through that left side body, left hip. Then come up on your tippy toes and drop your heels over toward the right, or the left, stretching through that right side body, right hip. And then coming back through center, find stillness in your downward facing dog. Knees can be bent here, allowing a long line of energy to be formed from the base of your wrist to the tailbone. Heels press, but it's okay if they do not touch. Pull your low belly in, low ribs in. And then come up on your tippy toes, look between your palms. Take a few steps, small baby steps to the front of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, first lengthen, send your tailbone back. Crown of head reaches forward. Then exhale, fold over your legs. Generous bend in your legs, so chest is contacting your thighs. Option to grab opposite elbows and hanging in ragdoll. Option to sway side to side or hang still in the center. Release your elbows and then slowly start to roll one vertebrae at a time up to standing. Head is the last thing to lift. Roll your shoulder blades down your back. Arms stay down by your side, palms forward, mountain pose. Bring your awareness to your feet, maybe rocking back and forth, really trying to contact the floor with all four corners of your feet, maybe rocking side to side, really feeling that you're grounding fully down through your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands down in front of your heart. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Gaze at your thumbs. Exhale, swan dive over your legs, forward fold. Hinge at your waist. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to plank. Lower it down to your knees or all the way, and lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, down. One more time, inhale, baby cobra. This time, see if you can't lift your palms up off the floor. Continue to breathe. Press the tops of your feet into the floor, using your back muscles. Keep the back of your neck long. Then lower your palms, lower your chest, and press back to child pose. Big toes touch, knees are wide. Allow your chest to fall between your knees. Keep in mind that child pose is always available to you if you start to lose your breath or lose your intention. Take a moment in child pose to recenter and then come back to us when you're ready. Shift your weight forward. Tuck your hips, tuck your toes, send your hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg rises. Toes are, all 5 toes pointing down. Hips are straight, hips are square to the floor. Low belly in, low ribs in. Holding here, feeling that beautiful stretch in your left hamstring. One more inhale, maybe lift your right leg up a little higher. Then exhale, shift forward to plank, step through, and come up crescent lunge, right leg forward. First crescent lunge, make sure your hips are square to the front, right knee stacked over right ankle. Your back knee can be bent here. Squeezing inner thighs towards each other, pulling that right hip back in space. Once you find that really super square position, can you straighten your left leg up a little higher without moving your right leg at all? Cactus your arms. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, hands come down. Lift your right foot back and up, three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, shift forward to plank, step through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg rises. Exhale, step through. Inhale, crescent lunge. In. Exhale, hands come right back down. Inhale, three-legged dog. Keep that right leg lifted, shift forward to plank. Lower your right foot. Lower down halfway to chaturanga, or all the way if you need. Rolling over your toes, inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. My necklace is in my mouth, sorry guys. Hips are square here. Stretching into that right hamstring. Using your core to keep a nice square position. Hips are square, back is flat. Still long line energy from your base of your wrist to your left heel. Next, inhale, lift that left leg a little higher. Then exhale, shift forward to plank. Step your left foot between your palms. Come up, crescent lunge. Right knee is bent to get that squaring position here. Arms reach, big energy through your fingers. Pull that left hip back in space. And then once you get your position, see if you can't straighten your right leg a little more. It doesn't have to get all the way straight. Just see if you can't press it a little bit further. Cactus, your arms, inhale, chest lifts, baby back bend. Exhale, hands come down, frame your foot. Inhale, left leg rises, three-legged dog. Exhale it right back front, step your hands between. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands come down. Step back, three-legged dog, left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, come down. Inhale, three-legged dog. One more time. Exhale, step your left foot through. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, three-legged dog. Shift forward to plank. Leave your left leg rise. Keep risen, lifted. Lower your foot down. Lower down halfway or all the way, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, go up on your tippy toes. Look between your palms. Exhale, float or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Come all the way up to standing. Palms reach overhead. Exhale, hands down in front of your heart. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, swan dive over your legs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step or float back. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, jump or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up to standing. Palms reach overhead. Exhale, hands down in front of your heart. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up again. Exhale, swan dive over your legs, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step or float. Back to plank, lower chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, look between your palms. Exhale, step or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up to standing, palms reach. Exhale, then right back down, coming through heart center, fold right down, keeping it moving now. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, float or step back, moving through your vinyasa. One more sun A here. You know where you're going. We'll all meet back in downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, rise up on your tippy toes, look between your palms. Exhale, float to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bring big toes to touch, little sliver of space between your heels. Inhale, bend your knees, drop your hips, chair pose. Sitting back in your heels, biceps frame your ears. Low belly pulling in. Sink your tailbone down a little bit further if you can. Take an inhale here, sink a little bit deeper on your exhale. One more inhale. Bring your hands through heart center, fold over your legs, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant your palms, shoot it back, and move through your vinyasa. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step between your palms. Spin your left heel down, come up, warrior one. Warrior one, we're squaring our hips towards the front of the mat. Stacking right knee over left. Arms reach high. Give yourself some space, maybe widening your stance a little bit to make that rotation to the front easier. Take an inhale, maybe a baby back bend, wrists pull back a little bit. Exhale, hands come down. Step back to plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step your foot through. Spin your right heel down. Come up, warrior one. Take an inhale, draw your wrist back a little. Exhale, hands come down. Step back to plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now that whole sequence from the chair to both those warrior one was what is called a sun salutation B. So we're gonna do one more, but just one breath per movement. So let's go. Inhale, come up on your tippy toes, look between your palms. Exhale, step or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, big toes touch. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold it over your legs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your palms, step or float back to chaturanga. Inhale, forward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, shift, step forward. Spin your left heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, hands come down, step back. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step through. Spin your right heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, hands come down. Step back to plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Catch your breath. Inhale, right leg rises. Hips are square here, but then open your hip, drop your foot towards your seat. Stack your knee over your hip. And then re-square your hips off. Next, inhale, extend your right leg. Exhale, shift forward to plank, step between your palms. Spin your left heel down and come up in warrior two. Warrior two, your your right heel is pulling back towards the arch of your left foot. Hips are pointing towards that left upper corner of your mat. They're not necessarily straight out to the side, which will make it easier to square your hips off. Pull your low belly in, low ribs in, drop your shoulders away from your ears. Straighten your right leg, turn your toes towards the left edge of your mat. Turn your left toes towards the back and come up facing the back, warrior one. So now both hips are facing the back, arms are reaching. Take an inhale, big gaze up at your thumbs, and exhale, clasp your hands behind your back. Pull your knuckles down towards the floor, expose your chest, and then as you exhale, bow in the inside of your left leg, humble warrior. Allow your head to drop. If at any time the clasp behind your arms is too much, keep the clasp, but just allow your hands to rest on your back. Try not to lie on your left hip, on your left thigh. Allow some space. You can easily lift off of it. Pull your left hip back towards your left heel, your right heel. Pulling from your knuckles, come back up. Warrior one, pull those knuckles down towards the floor again, gaze up at the sky. Then release your grip and open it up, warrior two. Flip your left palm over, inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Step your left foot back to meet your right. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step through. Spin your left heel down, coming to warrior two. Still facing the back of your space. Straighten your right leg. Turn your right toes forward, left toes now to the front of your space, coming into warrior two. Straighten your left leg. Shift your hips back as you reach as far forward of your toes as you can, coming down to the inside of your left leg, outside or a block. Come to triangle. Sweep your right arm up and over your ear. Turn towards your left foot. Pop your right foot in and parallel your feet. So you're in pyramid pose. Inhale to lengthen, then exhale, bow forward over your leg. Always the option to place two blocks on the side of your foot to allow that height if you cannot make your hands easily to the floor. So you're lengthening your spine, not rounding. Stretching into that left hamstring. Plant your palms on either side of your left foot. Step your right foot back so you're in a runner's lunge. I just thought I was like, maybe I'll add something here to my plan. Let's lift your left foot up and keep your knee into your chest. Then lift up, three-legged dog. Shift forward to plank, keep your left leg lifted. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Hips start out square. But then drop your foot, open your hip, knee to the sky. Inhale, re-square your hips off. Exhale, left foot steps through. Spin your right heel down, come open, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your left knee, turn your toes towards the right edge of your mat. Right toes turn to the back, and then bring both hands up, come up, warrior one. So widening that stance if you need to. Exhale your hands down behind your back, clasp your fingers, pull your knuckles down towards the floor, opening your chest, and then bow to the inside of your right knee for humble warrior. Pulling your knuckles back and towards the floor. Inhale, maybe a little back bend. Then release your fingers. Cartwheel your left hand up and over and open for warrior two. Flip your right palm. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Step back to plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step your left foot through. Spin your right heel down and come up. Warrior two for a breath. Straighten your left knee, turn your left toes forward. Right toes now forward towards the front of your space. Warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Shift your hips back as you reach as far forward as you can. Hands come down to the inside of your right foot or a block. Gazing up at your left thumb. Sweep your left arm up and overhead. Turn towards your right foot. Pop your left foot up and then parallel your feet. Both toes facing forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold over the right leg, pyramid pose. Plant your palms on either side of your right foot. Pop your left foot back so you're in a runner's lunge. Then lift your right foot. Keep your knee tucked into your chest. Then inhale, shift back, three-legged dog. Shift forward to plank. Leave your right leg lifted. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, open your hip, drop your foot to your seat, knee to the sky. If flip dog is in your practice, roll to the outer edge of your left foot. Lift your right hand. Slowly and intentionally drop that right foot down to the outside of your mat. And then lift your hips for wild thing. Coming back. And with slow and intention, set your right foot down. Inhale, right hand down. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step your right foot through. Spin your left heel down. Come open, warrior two. Straighten your right knee. Turn to the left. Toes to the back. Bend into your left knee, now in warrior two. Flip your left palm, inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, left forearm to thigh. Right arm sweeps up and over your ear. Using your left forearm on your left knee, left thigh to give opposite pressure, pressing into each other equally and spinning your chest towards the sky. If you'd like, take your warrior, your extended side angle down to the floor or a block. If you'd like, reach your right arm around for your left hip crease, half bind. And if you'd like even a little bit more, take your left hand and reach underneath for your right hand for that full bind. If you take the full bind, once you get there, can you lengthen your spine a little bit more? Can you spin your chest up a little bit more? If you have the bind, release, reach your right arm up and overhead, extended side angle. Keeping your legs where they are. You're in your deepest warrior yet. Come up, warrior two. Ooh, straighten your left leg just for a minute. Flip your left palm, inhale, reach back, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Step your left foot back to meet your right and move through your vinyasa. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step through. Spin your left heel down. Come up, warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Toes to the right side of your mat. Left toes point forward, warrior two for a breath. Then straighten your left knee. Send your hips back. Coming down for triangle. Setting up your triangle with a good solid foundation. And then gaze down at your left toe, bend your knee. Send your hand about a foot or 8 inches in front of your left foot. Right leg floats up, half moon. Always the option to use a block here. A lot of energy through that left foot. Not left foot, right foot, your lifted foot. Energy through your right fingers. Gazing at the wall on your right, or if you really have good balance, can you gaze up at your right thumb? Yeah. And if you fall trying to do that, don't worry, it's okay. All right, now I have to get back in there. You're holding half moon this long, you are a champion. All right, bend your left knee, set your right foot down gently, and open your arms, warrior two. Flip your left palm, inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Step back to plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, bend your knee, drop your foot, open your hip. If flipping your dog is in your practice, roll to the outer edge of your right foot. Reach that left foot down as slow as you can. Once it lands, lift your hips, gaze towards the front of your mat. Left arm up overhead. And then as slow and intentionally as you can, coming back to three-legged dog, left leg rises, inhale. Exhale, step your left foot through. Spin your right heel down. Open up, warrior two. Straighten your left knee, turn your toes towards the right side. Right toes turn back. Now you're warrior two on your right. Inhale, flip your right palm and reverse your warrior. Exhale, right forearm to right thigh, left arm sweeps up and over. Extended side angle. First, finding that foundation and extended side angle. Are your hips pulling in towards each other? Inner thighs pulling in toward each other. Long line of energy from your left fingertips all the way to the outer edge of your left foot. Once you find that foundation, can you spin your chest up a little bit more? Pressing right forearm into right thigh. Keeping that foundation, now come a little deeper. Dropping that right hand down to a block or the inside of your left foot. Taking your left hand, reaching for your right hip crease for a half bind. Staying here, or taking your right hand and reaching under to find your left hand. Ooh, that one's hard for me today. Once you get that bind, see if you can't spin your chest up a little higher. Find length in your spine. If you have the bind, undo your hands. Bring your left hand up overhead. Keeping your legs right where they are. Lift back up, warrior two. Woo, straighten your right leg a minute, because it hurts. Rebend your left knee, your right knee, good Lord. Flip your right palm, inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Step back to plank and move through your vinyasa. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step your foot through your palms. Boop, open it up. Warrior two. Straighten your left knee. Left toes turn to the side. Right toes point to the front. Warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Shift your hips back. Triangle pose. Establish a foundation in triangle pose. Find your strength here. And then switch your gaze down to your right foot. Bend your knee. Send your hand in front of your right foot. Lift the left leg half moon. Rebend your right knee, set your left foot down, warrior two. Flip your right palm, inhale. Oh wait, oh we didn't on this, it's okay. Reverse your warrior. Cartwheel your hands down to the floor. Step back to plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step your right foot through. Inhale, straighten your leg. Flex your right foot. Hold here. Then set your right foot down. Rebend your knee. Spring up. Lift that left leg up for standing yogi split. Rolling that left hip down towards the floor. Can be a standing L. It does not have to be straight up and down. Option to challenge your balance by walking your fingers in towards your right foot. Rebend your right foot, your right knee. Set your left foot down. Maybe in a little bit closer than you would normally. Plant your palms, plant your left ball of your foot. Swing your right leg up and back for a shortened three-legged dog. And we'll do kick, switch, handstands, 3 of them. Kicking, landing on your right foot. Kick and switch, land on your left. One more time. Maybe finding a little hang time. Then stepping back to plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step through. Inhale, straighten your left knee, flex your foot. Stay here for a breath. Rebend that left knee, then flatten your left foot. Then springing up, float your right leg up for standing split. Crown of head reaching towards your toes. Spine is long. Rebend your left knee. Set your right foot down a little closer. Plant your palms around your right foot, your left foot. Plant the ball of your foot of your right foot, and then swing your left leg back. And let's do kick switches on the side. Try and control it like you're moving your legs through honey. And once you've done your 3, step back to plank. Lower your knees and sit back for child pose. When you're ready, let's come back up for downward facing dog. Pressing your hips up, chest towards thighs. And then inhale, come up on your tippy toes. Look beyond your palms. You're going to step or float your feet to the outside of your hands. And then sit down in a yogi squat. Tailbone reaches down, crown of head reaches up. Elbows pressing knees away. Reach your right fingertips beyond your right toes. Inhale, stretch your left arm up towards the sky. And then bringing your hands back through prayer center. Reach your left fingertips out in front of your toes. Twist your right arm up towards the sky. And then come back through center. Hands come to prayer, then to the floor. Straighten your knees. Heel toe your feet in towards each other, and then let's play in crow. So hands come flat on the floor. His pants are not cooperating in my belly today. Hands come flat on the floor. If crow is not yet in your practice, all I want you to do is practice bending your elbows, sending them straight back, not out to the side. Bend them, and then see if you can't just bend and find the highest point on your triceps. If that's your elbows, that's okay. Just try and get a feel for what it feels like, and really think about bending your elbows straight back. If that means you have to kind of turn your fingers forward a little, or like out a little bit, so like your index finger is pointing straight towards the front, that will give you a little more room to do that. If you are proficient in crow, go ahead and set your knees down on your triceps, and then shifting your weight far, far forward. Lift your feet one at a time. Pull your heels into your seat. Keep your gaze steady. Breath is steady. If shooting back to chaturanga is in your practice, to get out of that, let's do that. If you want to just take a vinyasa your normal way, you can do that. I totally just failed. I want to try again. I can normally do that. My wrist's like, we're not having that. All right, here we go. So to shoot back into chaturanga, what you're really looking to do is literally float in space until you get straight. So, and then your feet land, and you land in chaturanga. And then you finish your vinyasa and wearing downward facing dog. Walk your hands back towards you just a little bit. Inhaling, look all the way to the front of your mat, and then exhale, step or walk through your hands, crisscrossing your legs, then send your legs out long in front. Flex your feet, inhale, arms rise. Exhale, reach in front. Grab what you can, your toes, your shins, your knees. Once you land, Inhale to a flat back again, lengthen your spine, and then see if you can't fold a little further. Release your toes, come all the way up to a seated position. Reach your arms out. I think we'll just go straight back to our reach your arms out wide and then curl your spine, lowering down one vertebrae at a time. Head comes down, very last thing. And you've landed on the floor. Oh, that's what I forgot. That's okay. All right, bend both your knees. Cross your right ankle over your left, like you're making a figure four. And then reaching through your triangle that you just made, and then grabbing on the outside behind your left knee. Pull your right ankle towards you. Use your right arm to press your knee away. Take your left knee in tiny little circles. And then switch directions. Set your left foot down, uncross your right. Cross your left ankle over your right. Reaching through your triangle that you just made, grab behind your right leg and pull your left ankle towards you. Keep your left ankle flexed here. Take your right knee in tiny little circles. And then switch directions. And then set your right foot down, and then uncross your legs. Setting up for bridge pose. Bring your feet in line with your sit bones. Knees, toes, heels, and sit bones all in one straight line. And when you're ready, pressing down through your feet, lift your hips, inhale. Option to grab opposite hands underneath and shimmy your shoulder blades under yourself a little bit more. Press your forearms down to lift a little higher. Squeeze your knees in towards each other. And then release your hands. Roll down one vertebrae at a time. Bring your feet wide on your mat, and then windshield wiper your knees one at a time. Releasing that low back and that SI joint. Heel toe your feet back into that prep position, either taking a second regular bridge, or if you would like to take your practice into a full wheel, you'll reach your hands up overhead, pressing onto the top of your head first, to make sure your elbows, again, are pointing straight back, and then pressing yourself all the way up to wheel. Always the option to take a bridge. When you're ready, come onto the tops of your shoulders if you're in full wheel, and then roll yourself down one vertebrae at a time. Bringing your knees wide, windshield wiper your knees, side to side. Pull your knees into your chest, give yourself a hug. Option to rock side to side, giving yourself a little low back stretch. Not stretch, massage. Stretch too. And set your feet back down. You're going to take your right ankle over your left again. Move your hips over to the left slightly. Reach your hands out like wings. Then using the weight of your right ankle and shin, turn your hips towards the right. Gaze over at your left thumb. All right. Is that what I want to be doing? No, sorry, that is not what I want. How did I want to do that? Oh, I'm sorry, okay. Move your hips to the right. So actually cross your right leg all the way over. Like you're just hanging. Arms out like wings. Shift your hips to the right. Drop your knees over to the left. Gaze over at your right thumb. That left knee is giving a little overpressure to deepen that twist and to stretch through your right hip. Coming back into center, uncross your knees. Left leg crosses over right. Shift your hips over to the left slightly. Then drop your knees over to the right. Gaze over at your left thumb. Using that right knee now to kind of ground those knees, stretching into the hip as well as deepening your twist. And then come back into center. Uncross your legs. Bring your knees into your chest one more time. Seeing if there's any other movements that you need, maybe happy baby, maybe you're setting up for Shavasana, maybe you'd like to take a shoulder stand or plow pose, whichever you would like for your practice. 30 seconds. Wherever you are, find your Shavasana. Rolling your shoulder blades away from your ears, lengthening your legs out long, or option to put the soles of your feet together in Supta Baddha Konasana. Hands come down by your thighs, palms open up, fingertips relaxed. Take a full body scan here. From the crown of your head, you relax your scalp. There are muscles on the top of your scalp that cause terrible headaches. The space on your forehead between your eyebrows. Can you unclench your eyelids so that they're softly closed? Unclench your jaw. Roll your tongue in your mouth a few times. Unclench the area from below your chin to your collarbone. Soften the tops of your shoulders. Feel your arms get really heavy as they sink deeper into the floor. Soften the front of your chest. Soften your belly. Bring your awareness to the hip flexors. Notice if they're trying to pull you up or hold you up in any way, and then see if you can't send your breath to soften there. Soften your glutes and the outsides of your hips. Soften your quadriceps. Feel your kneecap just floating. Soften your calves. Ankles are just floppy. And soften your toes. And just be. Start to bring awareness back to your breath. Noticing the gentle rise and fall of your chest and your belly with your inhale and your exhale. Start to find small movements with your fingers and toes. Releasing your neck, maybe rocking your head side to side. Reach your arms up overhead, become as long as you can. Stretch your shoulders, stretch your toes. And then pull your knees into your chest, giving yourself one last hug. And then when you're ready, roll to your right side, making a little pillow out of your bicep, staying in the fetal position for a few more breaths. Seeing this next chapter as a new awakening, a new day. When you're ready, press yourself back up to a seated position. Cross your legs. Sitting up nice and tall. Hands resting on your knees at first. Taking a moment to scan your body. Notice how you feel, whether it's different, the same, hopefully better than when you came in and onto your mat. Gather your hands in your heart center, pressing thumbs into your sternum. Taking a moment to recall your intention if you set one at the beginning of your practice. Keeping in mind your intention may not always be fulfilled within an hour of yoga practice, and it's not limited to just your yoga mat. Take your intention and live it off your yoga mat. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste. Thank you guys, everybody, for always coming to my channel. I just am so happy to see more people viewing this. Let me know if you have any questions. I would love to hear if there's any specific poses or asanas that you would love to practice, and maybe we can workshop through them. So definitely would love some ideas from my constant followers, and let me know what you guys like, comment, and share with your friends. Have a wonderful rest of your day.